cocktail brought to you by Going Vanny.
Something, a word waiting for, something improve with age, like a vintage wine, growing mellow and fine, as you let it reach the proper stage.
We got the Italian film team there. We're showing up like the team from Anchorman. Even as a little kid, I liked to tell stories. I would ride a school bus for over an hour every day to school, and I would take stuffed animals and various little toys on the bus with me and perform impromptu shows on the bus for kids. And probably got me in more trouble than it got laughs, but the laughs were what mattered. That first light would have been crazy across this. I have no idea what the stacks of wood are. Sometimes you shoot first and ask questions later.
And I called the illustrator, and I said, Stefano, how have you done? The label is the same color, the same brown, the same gray, the same color of the Vulcan. Well, I look at all the illustration of the past, and he put the same colors of the Vulcan.
Wow.
Incredible.
It's an amazing piece.
So we had a toast at 3,300 meters.
Every portrait I make of every winemaker has something to do with that person's backstory. Something to do with their lives. This is why I do it. Meeting them with their stories moves me forward.
White flowers, orange peel.
These women, special women, no? Sherazade is like flying in the air with this dress with all colors, oriental, spicy. And Floramundi is a woman warrior without army. She's fighting with hearts, fruit, and flowers. It's a little bit like me.
I think you need a glass of wine.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I need really. Not just for the photo. Fly me to the moon. Mi raccomando, Mr. Fotografo.
I'm the kid in the bus. I'm the 5-year-old kid in elementary school lying on my towel telling these stories that meant something to me.
Yep, we're there.
Thank you. I've been all over Italy, and the roads are bad in a lot of places, but they were particularly awful in Pantelleria. And we had a Fiat Punto. Every time I rent a Fiat Punto, I wonder how they actually get people from point A to point B. I know it has less horsepower than a lawnmower. Yet there were 5 of us trying to power up these broken roads with our broken suspension in this very tiny egg car. We got up there, and I guess the greatest joy in that was discovering the unbelievable temperature difference between the base of the mountain and the top. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't Mommy and Daddy show you enough attention when you were a child? Now listen to me, Private File. With winemakers taking their portraits to me, is a way to bring the individuality of that person to the surface.
Non ti preoccupare, penso di l'aria fresca, dell'ambiente.
Their stories, their reasons they choose what they've done, the tragedies in their lives, the misery, the food their wives or their husbands or their daughters or their kids make, or their aunts or their grandmothers. This stuff is riveting to me. And they make unbelievable subjects for photos.
Ottimo. Panorama dietro.
Sì, è bello.
Perché il tuo lavoro è duro, come una roccia.
Sì.
Sembra un
Infatti abbiamo viticoltura
simbolo.
eroica.
Un metaforo. Un metaforo della vita fantesca.
Fantesca.
Interessante, grazie per tutto.
Prego.
Are there similarities between the creative process of a winemaker and a photographer? Yeah. If you're that landscape photographer that pulls out the science and has to be at the place at a precise time and precise day, at precise moment, in precise weather patterns, then yeah, there's a lot of similarities. I'm just not that guy.
Quando era l'incendio? L'anno scorso, 2 anni fa?
No, abbiamo dovuto fare queste barriere.
I think you do have to be good at wine to be good at taking pictures of wine. You've got to know what makes a vineyard work, why it's oriented the way it is, how harvest works, how winemaking works.
Né muffe buone nemmeno cattive, non ce ne servono.
No, esatto. So they built these things too because these allow the air to move through, but they keep the water out.
I mean, winemaking is way more about baking than cooking, and I'm a cook. I make stuff on the fly. It's impromptu.
Put this down for a little.
All of these guys work with their hands, and I hate working with my hands. I don't like dirt or grit or shit touching me, but these guys do. Could I do any of that? Could I go be a winemaker? Absolutely not.
Cheers.
Mature, unlike the host.